everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I'm playing against the Russian Alliance today, and this is the first team I'm playing against. So, I talk about my personal life once in a while here, and I was talking to something. I was talking about something with one of my buddies, and it's actually quite interesting. And this is a topic that every one of us faces during their lifetime, especially if you're someone who, um, you know, you're in your early 20s, and, as you grow older, it becomes more of a thing, which is how society views you or how society treats you. And it's, um, it's, it's a difficult thing. Let's just say that. And what I mean by that is, everyone has these milestones that they have to achieve in life. And if they don't, or at least by society standards, you're viewed as less than or something, right? And, I never got that. I've never been subscribed to these societal norms per se, because, it didn't make sense to me that I let someone control my life the way they want it because, oh, that's just what people want. You know what I mean? Um, to be more specific, when you're in your early 20s and, the first thing is to go to college. And then, you get to your, mid to late 20s. And I'll talk about this in the second part. All right, the second team. Anyways, just talking about how society is expecting you to do some milestones. And then, you get to your early 20s, you go to college, and then you get a job, and then, I don't know, you settle down, you get married, and all that crap. And, I'm not knocking anyone's choices. Everyone is free to do whatever they want. It's just, I just don't think that everyone is a one size fits all. You know what I mean? Like everyone has a different life, different circumstances, and it just not everyone fits in the same, you know, um, lifestyle. Let's just say that. And it's unfortunate that just people make you feel like you're, you don't belong. You're ostracized from society if you're not subscribing to these norms. Which, in all fairness, maybe now, this day and age, it's not as enforced as it was. I mean, it's enforced in some cultures, but in Western cultures, it's not as enforced. So you see, a lot of people are not doing the same kind of crap that people used to do. I mean, it's a little bit difficult to be done when you get married in your early 20s and then have a house and whatnot. It's just not sustainable for most people, right? All right, we're going after this team. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm talking from personal experience. I, you guys know that I moved around a lot and never really adhered to this typical, do this and do that and achieve all these milestones, or I don't know, you're just not, you're not good enough or something. You know what I mean? And I was always fine with that. Like, I didn't care really what people said or what they thought or whatever, because I did my own thing. And honestly, like looking back, I don't regret it one bit. And the reason I say that is because, despite what people say, you're the only one that's going to live your life, right? And you're the only one who is responsible um, to live your life. No one's going to live your life for you. So you choose what you want to do. Like you don't let people choose for you because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to be responsible and stuck with your own decisions. So um, just be mindful of the decision you make because it's going to affect you in your future, right? And I can't believe I'm losing this battle. Like, this is an easy team. Why am I losing? Anyway, so, um, you know, just if you choose a path, you just stick to it and don't care about what people say. Like, just keep that in mind, right? All right, I'm gonna have to wait for the reset. All right. So, yeah, so anyway, when I chose the path that I was going to, I got so much pushback not to do what I did, you know, with me traveling and, you know, um, trying to pursue my career outside of my, hometown. And you get all kinds of excuses like, it's hard. A lot of people tried doing it and they didn't succeed. Why are you wasting your life like that? And all of that. And looking back, I am so glad I didn't listen to any of those. Um, because if I did, I'd be stuck in the same place. And, there's nothing wrong with that. Like some people are okay with that. Um, but, you miss out on a lot of experiences. And this ended pretty early. I don't know which team I'm picking. Hold on one second. Yeah, so I missed out, or at least they're telling me I'm gonna miss out on life and I'm gonna be behind and whatnot. And that didn't happen. If anything, I'm so glad that I did what I did. I've gained so much experience. I've, done things that I don't think anyone would do in their whole lifetime, to be honest. So I am so grateful that I did what I did. And without all these experiences, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I'm so glad that that happened. Um, but it's just that some people just want you to fit into their mold, which is, it's okay for some people, but for others, it's not, you know? And it's okay. It's okay. Especially when you're young, you're very influenced, and you're going to believe a lot of people if you're not sticking to your guns. But um, what I'm going to say is it might ruffle some feathers, but you know, I'm seeing people here, and I'm sure all of you guys have seen this, and you might have done this, and there's nothing wrong with that. Let me just say that before I, make people mad here. I mean, I'm seeing people that are stuck in the same place, same city their whole lives. They never got to experience what it's like outside, what's it like to get to know a different culture, a different, um, you know, um, country, city, or whatever. And that's okay. I mean, most people won't, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking down people who didn't do that. But what I'm finding the common theme with a lot of these people that don't get to experience that. And I'm not saying some of them might not have financial access to it or just don't have the opportunity. And I get that. But more than that, I see that the again, I mean, I'm not knocking down people who do that. Those people usually, got or did some decisions or made some decisions that made them stuck in that place. And one of the big reasons are, or one of the big reasons, but one of the big things that those people do is they get married young. They get married young and they have kids. And again, I mean, I'm not knocking down people who do that. I think it's a great thing if you do that. And I'll explain why in the next video. All right. Okay. So yeah, I was explaining that the thing that's going to hold you back the most, especially when you're young, is if you get married young. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with that. If you find your right person and you're happy, then who am I to tell you what to do? I mean, that's lucky. You're one of the lucky ones, actually, because it really isn't. It's not this day and age. It's difficult to find someone that's compatible and is willing to compromise and do all of that. I mean, if you find your person, good for you. But for most people, it doesn't. And what I've seen a lot of people when they get married and whatnot, like they let go of a lot of their dreams and aspirations and whatnot. That doesn't have to be the case for a lot of people, but some people do. And I see most people, miss out on big opportunities and miss out on a lot of things because of that. But um, if you're, what I want to get down to in this video is that if you don't do something that society tells you, and you're happy with it, as long as it's not self-destructive. Like I'm not telling you go and, you know, do drugs or whatnot. Like there are things that are okay. One of the things is, if you want to delay marriage and not get married early or not have kids early or whatever, then that's fine as long as you have a plan. You know what I mean? Like if you're not planning to do that and not have a plan, then again, it's up to you if you want to do that. But I don't think it's wise if you don't have a clear plan. Because for me, I wanted to go and experience the world and do all of that, and I felt it was difficult if I had someone with me and if I had a kid, especially because I've seen what that does to a lot of people, where it makes it difficult to move around and do that. Um, but you have to have that fine balance because you have to be okay with the fact that if you do that, I'm not gonna say you missed the boat, but as you get older, and I think I don't know, people who are in the older kind of category kind of understand this. Maybe it's me, but I've talked to a lot of people who feel the same. The longer you go, the older you get, you not getting attached to someone, you're not getting married and whatnot, you seem to be more comfortable with yourself and not wanting to do that big commitment or whatever. But the earlier you are in life, the more you want to do that because you think there's nothing to life more than just getting married and having kids, or you might not have as big aspiration to life as you might have expected, or you think that life is kind of over and you want to just settle down and try the next new thing. And again, I mean, I'm not saying that if you get married, life is over, because for a lot of people, life starts over because you have kids and whatnot, and that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. We need more kids, if anything. But anyway, don't let society shame you to do anything that you don't want to do. Be okay with yourself. And most of all, I mean, you have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you're not going to be happy no matter what you do. Anyway, that's my message for this video. It's a little bit scattered, but I hope for all the people that feel that, they're behind in life, or they feel like they didn't fit the society's mold, you're not alone, and you're good the way you are. Anyway, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next one.